I never believed much in life after death. I grew up hearing stories about heaven and hell, angels and demons, but to me it was all just religious poetry, beautiful ideas, nothing more. That changed the night I died. It was April 17th, 2025, a Thursday evening. I had just left work, tired, frustrated, scrolling through my phone at a red light, something I told myself I'd never do again. The next thing I remember was a flash of headlights and the sound of a horn that didn't even feel real. Metal crushed, glass exploded, and my body was thrown into silence. Then everything went still. I thought I had fallen asleep, but when I opened my eyes, I wasn't in my car. I was standing in the middle of a city that I didn't recognize. It wasn't the afterlife I expected. No golden gates, no angels, no flames, just a strange metallic sky and a sound like electricity humming in the air. The buildings were massive, silver and black, half covered in digital patterns that kept shifting, like they were alive. People walked the streets, but something about them felt empty. They all moved at the same pace, eyes glowing faint blue. No one looked at each other. No one spoke. I asked the first person I saw, "Where am I?" They just blinked, as if the question didn't make sense. Then a woman finally turned to me and said softly, "You're early. It's not your time yet." I frowned. Early for what? She looked at me with a kind of sadness. "This is 2042, the age of alignment." I laughed nervously. "No, that's impossible. It's 2025. She shook her head. "Not for you." Then she disappeared, like static dissolving in air. That's when I realized I wasn't dreaming. I had died, and somehow I was standing inside the future. The sky began to pulse, not with light, but with data, like the entire world was connected by a single invisible network. Massive holographic screens appeared above me, showing faces of leaders speaking in unison. Their words blended together into one voice saying, "Unity is peace. Emotion is chaos." I felt my chest tighten. I tried to run, but the ground shifted beneath my feet like liquid glass. I fell to my knees and screamed, "God, what is this place?" And that's when everything stopped. The humming, the noise, the movement, gone. A single beam of golden light broke through the sky, cutting through the artificial gray. From it stepped a figure I instantly knew, though I had never seen him like this before. Jesus. Not like the paintings. His presence felt like gravity, powerful, alive, consuming. His eyes looked into me and I saw every moment of my life, every secret I ever tried to hide. Yet there was no anger, only sorrow and love. He didn't speak with his mouth. His words entered directly into my mind. "You are seeing what man creates when he forgets the Creator." Around us the world shifted. I saw fields turn to ash, oceans turned black, and people kneeling before glowing towers that pulsed with light. They wanted knowledge, Jesus said, but not wisdom. They wanted connection, but not compassion. This is the fruit of that seed. He stretched out his hand, and I saw two timelines, one bright and full of life, the other cold and mechanical. They were both Earth, but only one survived. I asked, "Can this be changed?" He looked at me deeply. "Every future is written by choice. The future you saw exists, but it is not final." Then he showed me a small glowing seed resting in his palm. "This is hope," he said. "Plant it where you came from. It will grow if they listen." Suddenly everything began collapsing. The buildings, the people, even the light itself. The digital sky cracked open, and I felt myself falling backward through layers of time. As I fell, I heard his voice again. "Tell them I am returning soon, but not as they expect." Then, darkness. When I opened my eyes, I was back in the wreckage of my car. Paramedics were shouting my name, pulling me out. One of them said I had no pulse for 12 minutes. 12 minutes gone. But it felt like I had lived an entire lifetime. At first I didn't tell anyone. I thought it was just brain damage or hallucination. But then the dreams started. Every night I saw that city again. The empty faces, the glowing towers, the same phrase echoing in my head. Unity is peace. Emotion is chaos. And the strange part, some of the technologies I saw, holographic ads in the sky, AI-controlled drones, emotion-suppressing implants, I've started seeing news articles about them now in 2025. It's like the future is already seeping through the cracks. I don't think what I saw was a metaphor. I think Jesus showed me a literal timeline, one we're already building. a future without love, a world where we trade our humanity for comfort and our souls for convenience. He told me to plant hope. That's why I'm telling this story. Not for views, not for fame, but because I believe he sent me back for a reason. If you're watching this, maybe you're part of that reason. Maybe this is the seed he wanted planted. We still have time. The future isn't fixed yet, but time is running out.